Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're going to talk about menopause. I have seen so many comments over the last few weeks from you asking about videos on menopause, so I am here to deliver. Today we're going to talk about why women tend to gain weight around menopause. Now, whether you're perimenopause, in menopause, or postmenopause, this applies to you. This is a question I get asked a lot as a weight loss and nutrition coach. And actually, coming from someone who's in perimenopause, this information is extremely valuable. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to check out the description box down below where you will find nutrition coaching. I do offer personalized to you macros and calories. Definitely take advantage of this service. This is going to help you lose weight even during menopause, as well as one-on-one coaching for accountability, to ask questions or talk with me directly. Links and discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's jump into why women gain weight around menopause. Weight gain around menopause is extremely common. In fact, it happens to most women. There are a lot of factors at play when it comes to weight gain around menopause. Some of those main factors are hormones, aging, lifestyle, and genetics. Now, menopause varies from person to person. Every body is different. Every body is going to respond differently to going through menopause. There are some common things that play into why women typically gain weight during this stage of life. There are actually 4 periods of hormonal changes that happen during the course of a woman's life. Number 1 is premenopause. Then there's perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. Now, I want to deep dive into each of these 4 stages of life because they all have a very different effect on our bodies and our weight loss. So first, let's talk about premenopause. Premenopause is the term for a woman's reproductive life while she's fertile. It begins at puberty, starting with the first menstrual period and ending with the last. This phase lasts for approximately 30 to 40 years. So this is the biggest phase of our hormonal changes in our body. This starts again from when we start our cycle to into our 40s, or when we go into the next stage, which is perimenopause. Perimenopause literally means around menopause. During this time, estrogen levels become erratic and progesterone levels decline. A woman may start perimenopause anytime between her mid-30s and early 50s, but this transition typically occurs in her 40s and lasts for approximately 4 to 11 years. So this is another huge stage of hormonal changes when it comes to menopause. Some symptoms of perimenopause include things like hot flashes and heat intolerant, sleep disturbances, menstrual cycle changes, headaches, mood changes such as irritability, depression, anxiety, and weight gain. Now, I'm 48, so I'm 100% in perimenopause, and one thing that I'm noticing with myself is sleep. Sleep has been rough. I also noticed that my weight fluctuates a little bit more and my cycle's a little bit more irregular. I still get a cycle every month, but sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late, sometimes it's more intense than others. All symptoms of perimenopause. And then the next stage is full-blown menopause. Menopause officially occurs once a woman hasn't had a menstrual period for 12 months. The average age of menopause is 51 years. Up until then, it's considered perimenopause. Most women experience their worst symptoms during perimenopause, but others find that their symptoms intensify in the first year or 2 after menopause. This is where we get a little bit confused in the difference between perimenopause and menopause. You are not officially declared to be in menopause until you haven't had a cycle for 12 months. So even if you miss 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 months of your cycle, you're not officially in menopause until 12 months has passed. And then lastly is postmenopause. Postmenopause begins immediately after a woman has gone 12 months without a period. The terms menopause and postmenopause are often used interchangeably. However, there are some hormonal and physical changes that may continue to occur after menopause. Menopause and postmenopause are very similar. Like I said, they're used interchangeably. It's just the hormone differences postmenopause versus menopause. How do all of these changes in hormones actually affect our metabolism? During perimenopause, progesterone levels decline slowly and steadily, while estrogen levels fluctuate greatly from day to day or even within the same day. In the early part of perimenopause, the ovaries can produce extremely high amounts of estrogen. This is due to the impaired feedback signals between the ovary, hypothalamus, and pituitary gland. Once we're in menopause, our ovaries actually produce less estrogen, and then they produce even less during the final stages of menopause. Estrogen levels in some studies have been shown to increase weight gain. And because our estrogen levels are all over the place, starting with perimenopause through postmenopause, this is where weight gain can come into play. From puberty to perimenopause, women tend to store fat in their hips and thighs as subcutaneous fat. Although it can be hard to lose, this type of fat doesn't increase disease risk very much. However, during menopause, low estrogen levels promote fat storage in the belly area as visceral fat, which is linked to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other health problems. So as we age and as we go through the different cycles of menopause, the fat storage is very different in our body and a little bit more dangerous as we continue to age. So let's talk about the weight changes during perimenopause. So that big chunk of time prior to actually going into menopause, 12 months without a cycle. It's estimated that women gain between 2 and 5 pounds during perimenopause. I know that's not what we want to hear, right? We don't want to hear that we're just going to simply gain weight just because we're in perimenopause, but unfortunately that's the reality for most women. If you are overweight or have suffered from obesity a big chunk of your life, this 2 to 5 pound gain is much more normal than someone who's been at a healthy weight their entire life. Again, not something we want to hear. And as we age, weight gain is very normal regardless of hormones and peri and premenopause. Again, we typically will see weight gain in the belly area, and then we see a bigger increase in lean muscle mass loss. That's why incorporating strength training is so important to combat the lean muscle we lose as we age, and then even the more lean muscle we lose going through menopause. We're more hungry in the later stages of perimenopause because our estrogen levels are thrown off. And this is a big reason why this weight gain happens during this stage. And then there's weight changes that we can expect to see during and after actual menopause, 12 months without a cycle. A study of over 1,900 women found that those who entered menopause earlier than the average age of 51 had less body fat. Additionally, there are several factors that may contribute to weight gain after menopause. Postmenopausal women are generally less active than when they were younger, which reduces energy expenditure and leads again to a loss of muscle mass. Menopausal women also frequently have higher fasting insulin levels and insulin resistance, which drive weight gain and increase heart disease risk. Although controversial, hormone replacement therapy can help a lot of women who have extreme cases of menopause. And again, everybody is different. So how menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause affects us is going to vary from person to person, but we can expect to see a little bit of weight gain, unfortunately, and we can expect to see our hormone and estrogen levels really fluctuate and change throughout the process. So let's talk about how we can prevent some of this weight gain around menopause. There's a few things that you can do and a few habits that you can incorporate to really help prevent weight gain. Number one is reduce your carbohydrates. Cut back on carbs in order to reduce the increase in belly fat, which drives metabolic problems. You can also add fiber. Eat a high fiber diet that includes flax seeds, which may improve insulin sensitivity. Work out. Engage in strength training to improve body composition, increase strength, and build and maintain lean muscle. And then take time to rest and relax. Try to relax before bed and get enough sleep to keep your hormones and appetite well managed. By following these little tips and tricks, you can help prevent some of the extra weight gain around menopause. So what's really the bottom line of today's video? Menopause can be challenging both physically and mentally. It's really hard to see the scale go up for virtually no reason. You may be doing everything right. You may be following a healthy diet, moving your body, and the scale just doesn't go in the right direction. You have to remember that a lot of this plays part in our hormones and our estrogen levels, and how you can combat this is making sure that you eat a well-balanced diet, move your body, drink your water, and get in enough sleep. Just really focusing on the little things that you can do to help prevent weight gain will help with the overall number gain during menopause. But remember, it's likely that your body is going to change, and sometimes not in the most positive way during this phase of life. Just learn to kind of accept these changes as they are inevitable, unfortunately, as we age. Let me know down below, what are some of your tips and tricks to prevent weight gain around menopause? And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on so you don't miss any future content. Also, let me know down below if you would like more videos in relation to menopause. And of course, check out the description box for nutrition coaching. Have your macros and calories done. Make sure you're in a deficit so you can, again, prevent some of this weight gain, as well as one-on-one coaching for accountability, to ask questions, or talk with me directly. I'll also link my favorite healthy things down below for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.